This reprisal and retaliation, yes. I really think I can prove, yes, that your refusal to enforce the laws is because you've been enriching yourself at the expense of my pain and suffering. Yes. Now, just looking at it, yes. Reprisal. Oh, maybe it's in here. Oh. Is the use of force short of war against another country to redress an injury caused by that country? Yes. Now, general reprisal, by which a country directs all its military officers, citizens to redress an injury caused by another country. Mm. The act of forceful retaliation for injury or attack by another country. Oh, retorsion. Any act or instance of retaliation as by an employer against a complaining employee. Oh, retorsion. Yes. Now, why don't you get me every law of the United States, yes, that makes it a crime to retaliate against a citizen for informing law enforcement of their civil rights being violated? Oh, now I know you're employed in the police department. And you don't consider it retaliating against me when you got paid from my relatives? Yes. To obstruct my right to my inheritance? Right. And you, as a police officer right now, I think you have been. You made up a crime in Sequim, Washington, where I wasn't there. Yes. You refused to admit the evidence that I wasn't there. Now, protected disclosure violation of any law. Mm. Gross mismanagement, more than a difference of opinion. Oh. There seems to be some gross mismanagement. Oh. Then there's the gross waste of funds of spending money on an election where the sheriff's department had received approximately 2 million emails from me. Yes. And each and every person in government was getting paid to abuse their authority. Yes. In arbitrary and capricious use of power that benefits the abuser or others. Oh. Now, you've been benefiting yourselves, police department. You've been abusing your authority because of your refusal to enforce the laws of the United States. And you've been abusing that authority because my relatives have been paying you. Because there is a very good probability that I own Clallam County. Yes, I own Jefferson County and I owned Washington State. Now, you want to say I'm crazy, but I'll tell you, I do know who my relatives are. Abuse of authority officer, deputy, sergeant, detective, oh, chief. Now, you refuse to acknowledge the laws of the United States. When my own grandmother was a resident of Clallam County, and as I remember looking for the obituaries of Elmer and Verna, yes, it wasn't until 1977 that Verna died, or maybe it was Elmer. Yes. Why don't you get me the death certificates? Yes. The actual property ownership of every person from my direct lineage. Yes. I'm the descendant of. Yeah, they would be my ancestors. Yeah. I want to know how many corrupt cops right now. Don't think that I can have you put in prison for retaliating against me when I notified you of a crime. Yes. Now, you in the Sequim Police Department. Oh, I sent you a copy of RI.PDF where I did not receive actual notice of the hearing. Where you didn't need to put superior there. Yes. Where it was not issued in accordance with the full faith and credit provisions of the VAWA. Yeah. Where you didn't really protect my right to due process as the VAWA does say. Yes. And then you decided to put me in jail on the 5th day of January of 2016. Yeah. Because Heidi Lee Budnick did have some knowledge of my assets, Judge Porter. Now, this violating of the no contact order, yes. City of Sequim is a plaintiff. Oh, I just want to know. Bill Dixon, a former chief of police. When I was sitting at the Starbucks in 2012 talking to my friend Tom Bryant, and you were sitting right next to me, and I said, I'm going to sue this county for $5 million for the fraudulent arrest of not violating the protection order. Yes, because I was contacting Healthy Families of Clallam County. Did you, as Chief of Police Bill Dixon, intentionally obstruct my rights for the last 6 years? Yeah. And then being that good Chief of Police right now, did you have all my mail sent to 1023 Kitchen Dick Road so that that fraud known as Mike Van Proyn would obstruct my notice of court hearings? Yes. Yes, yes. Now, I was wanting Mike in prison and I wanted to speak to his wife? Yeah. Now, see this right to a speedy trial, expiration of speedy trial? Yes. I actually had informed the public defender's office that I wanted the trial on the 4th of April 2016. Did Bruce Hanafy, yes, or Harry, the manager of the public defender's office, have any knowledge of anybody paying, yes, to obstruct my right to a speedy trial? Then I had personally spoke to Bruce Hanafy, and it seemed to me that your top secret family, your terrorist organization, has intentionally retaliated against me because. Now, why don't we call Harry at the public defender's office and find out exactly?